Hello there, dear viewer. I'm Shaun McLaren, and today I'll be doing a Magic Origins draft for you. Magic Origins, the new set. I just got back from GP Dallas, and I'm going to the Pro Tour soon, so it seems like a good time to record a little draft video. My thoughts on the format: it's very fast. At GP Dallas, all my games, it seemed like every single game was determined by who was more aggressive and who didn't stumble, essentially. So here we have some cards. The uncommons are all pretty good. Fleshbag Marauder is nice in black-red sacrifice archetype with active treasons, and then Thralling Victors, you steal their guy and then play Fleshbag Marauder. But it's not great against like Thopter tokens or Elvish Visionaries. I actually really like Anointer of Champions. It's kind of like a very slow +1/+1 to all your team. A very slow Glorious Anthem. That's what the card is. Glorious Anthem. So, yeah, let's take the 1-drop out of the pack. Beyond that, there's not too much. Eyeblight Assassin, Llanowar Empath, good cards, but let's take that. Okay. Well, here we have Anchor to the Aether. The rare's missing. Claustrophobia, also Fiery Impulse, and a Knight of Pilgrim's Road if we want another white card. And another Eyeblight Assassin. I think I just want the Fiery Impulse. Another 1-drop. White-red aggro is pretty dang good. And Fiery Impulse is probably just the best card in the pack. I do like this card, but let's go with the Impulse. Alright. For the Watch, Sentinel of the Watch is a 6-drop. But we're gonna average out our curve here, I think, since this card is pretty much a big old bomb. A big old bomb with a big old bum. 4/6 is pretty big, and tapping down guys is also fairly amazing. I also like Prickle Boar. Shambling Ghoul is nice. It's a 2-drop on the play. Doesn't really matter that it comes into play tapped. And Maulers is also good, but yeah, best card in the pack, and it's in our colors, so a slam dunk home run. Ooh, mythic. Gain life, gain twice that much life instead, and drawing extra cards as long as it isn't our first one. I doubt we'll be drawing that many cards extra. This pack doesn't really have anything in white or red that's exciting. Deadbridge Shaman is good. Unholy Hunger is good. Probably just taking the Unholy Hunger, as it's the best card in the pack. I say that with a little hesitation, because, like I say, the format is fast, but removal is still removal. So we're kind of leaving ourselves open here. Sigil Devourer is not a card I am a fan of, although it has done some work. What is this? Okay, Psychic Rebuttal. May copy and choose new targets if you have spell mastery. No thank you. Yeah, this pack is pretty poor for us. I think Farika's Disciple is probably the best card. There's also Undead Servant, which can be good if you get enough of them. I think I'm gonna just take the Disciple though, since green-white is also fairly great. Okay, Celestial Flare and Cleric of the Forward Order. There's the white cards for us. It's also, if we want to go the full 5 colors, Scrap Skin Drake and another Undead Servant. I'm sure we're going to end up passing 10 Undead Servants, and all the comments will be, could have had 10 Undead Servants, as is the standard. I think we'll just go for the some flair. Add some flair to our deck. Here we have Mighty Leap in white, which is our color right now, and Shambling Ghoul. It's also Turned Frog, but blue seems to be reasonably open. I think we're just going to take the Mighty Leap, since having Pump is good, and Shambling Ghoul might be a bit better, but we don't know if we're going to be in black. And there's another Unholy Hunger, which I think we'll just take over the Automaton, which is fairly nice. One of the few defensive cards in the format that's actually a reasonable card. And there's also Way to the Underworld, but yeah. Oh, and Fleshbag and Eyeblight. Wheel. I might just want the Eyeblight Assassin here. We don't really have anything to go with the Fleshbag. Yeah, let's go with the Eyeblight. Okay. Another Eyeblight, easy peasy. Shambling Geezy. Yeah, Ghoul, nice 2-drop there, and yeah, so staying open, not being tempted by the red that we saw one card of, or the green that we also didn't see much of, but that's why we keep our options open, so we can easily slide into the available archetypes or colors. There's not too many archetypes. Okay, Triple Night Snare. We are not going to lose to 7 drops if we don't want to that badly. We can just bring in 3 Mind Rots, 3 expensive Mind Rots. Ooh, okay. I say ooh because I see a black rare, but it's not exactly an exciting one. I actually had 2 Despoiler of Souls in my last draft in Dallas in a black-red sacrifice deck, and they were fairly mediocre. Even with 2 of the Blazing Hellhounds and 2 Nantucket Husks, they're still not exactly amazing. I might just want the Eyeblight Massacre here, since right now our deck is looking pretty controlling for this format, meaning not blisteringly fast, and I think that's like what you want to be doing in black-white, is going a bit bigger than the other aggro decks, and this is actually a way to regain some tempo and sweep up all the little dudes in the format. So yeah, it also doesn't kill these things, which is nice. Okay, 3rd Undead Servant. Undead Servant check. There is Suppression Bonds though. Also Possess Scab, which would be, I mean, it's a great card right there, but splashing isn't exactly easy in this format. And there's another good card in the pack. Got lots of removal. Like lots of removal. Basically all our cards are removal spells. Alright, this pack has nothing for us. It is all red cards. Fiery Conclusion, Act of Treason is a nice little combo there. Chandra's Ignition is fairly good. There is one card that is on color. Actually, I think I'll just take the Chandra's Ignition. It's possible we could still end up playing red, although I am skeptical since we haven't really seen too much red open except for this pack. Chandra's Ignition is not exactly amazing, but it can be game winning. It's either winning you the game or it's pretty good. It's either winning you the game or you're not drawing it. There are some times that it can not be good though. But yeah, good card, good rare. So yeah, good white 3-drop, Renown. More red cards. Angel's Tomb is actually fairly interesting too, since a lot of the decks have a high creature count, and if you slap that down on turn 3, it can end up being like a triple Lava Axe investment for 3 mana. But our deck does not have that many creatures. Okay, the disappointing packs just keep coming. I might just take the Tome out of this pack. It could be, if we like get infinite removal and not much late game, could just go off and slowly draw cards. There's also the Sergeant if we were interested in the red. And Sergeant is very good, but let's go with the Tome. Ooh. Alright. Finally we're back on track here with a great card after not really seeing anything. Reef Soul kills everything, 2 mana, bam. Removal. The Tome Dream is alive. Guess just read the bones. Nice to have one of them in our control-y black-white deck. Not sure how it compares to the Tome, but we shall see. There's a Bloodsucker and a Bonded Construct. Bonded Construct actually does good work blocking, so I think we'll just take that, since I can't imagine wanting this guy very often, whereas I can't imagine wanting Bonded Construct on the draw against a bunch of 2/2s. Either another Read the Bones or some enchantment removal. There's also Yoke Docks. Let's go with the Aesthetic. Just take that. Take that. Guess we maybe should have been in red. I don't know. I assume we're not going to see any red cards in the last pack. So hopefully the third pack will reward our stubbornness. Boy, enthralling victor. Sure, take that over healing hands. Might have actually been the wrong pick. We're actually getting a little combo deck going here. I guess Chandra's Ignition isn't really part of the plan, but okay, there's a mythic, but we shall just go with the War Oracle. I'm not even going to disgrace the integrity of this broadcast by looking up how many tickets the Great Aurora is worth. So, War Oracle is just excellent. Lifelink fits our strategy of being more controlling. Other than that, this pack sucks for us. This Sphinx's tutelage, which is probably pretty good against our deck, but what you gonna do? Okay, suppression bonds. I suppose we'll take it. Good card. It is removal, which we have lots of. I guess we're gonna try the tome. I mean, why not, right? Unholy Hunger. Ooh, Jesse and Thief, and the big old spider. We're actually pretty good against the spider, though. We have lots of ways to deal with it. And Shrouding Mist is always nice, but we have 7 creatures right now. So let's stick to the plan. Maybe just a slug. There's another tutelage, which if we play against a person with 2 tutelages, our deck will not do so well against that. We are mono removal. Slug actually seems reasonable in this deck for holding off the smaller guys while the rest of our removal takes care of the bigger guys. Fourth Undead Servant. We are way late to the party. There's a scout, which would be nice if we were drafting this beautiful red deck. Fortunately, the black and white just really has been trickling. Another weak pack with a prickle boar in it. I think we're in too deep at this point, though. Heavy infantry, not exactly what we want to be doing. Basically just all I see are slugs. More slug men. We do need ways to actually win the game, though. Since right now all we really have is this. Jeez, and a Blazing Hellhound. we could have had a real nice black-red sacrifice deck. Oromancer seems good though. 2 suppression bonds. And nothing else, I guess. Doesn't actually seem good. Let's go with the automaton. Plate in case we need a win condition. Probably not playing this. Ideally we aren't playing that, but we are running out of packs with cards in them. Guess we could always play Mind Rot. Jailer seems okay. There's also the Guardians, which wouldn't be the worst in this deck. Kind of like a slug without the ability to eat things. Sure. Just hate the tutelage. Splash the tutelage. That could be our win condition. Tutelage and tome. Yeah, so this deck ended up not so hot, in my opinion. It's actually got a lot of things going for it, though. It's not something I'm usually looking to do at the start of the draft, but we shall see if it works. I mean, maybe we'll get crushed. Maybe we shall do some crushing and learn a few things about the power of reading and books. What else can we do here? Bonded construct. Probably more in the mood for wanting a jailer. Oromancer seems fairly unexciting, but they can't all be winners, I guess. We are missing like three good cards, and then we'd have a deck, but we're having to play some unexciting cards for our deck. Maybe 5 cards. Five cards, and then we'd have a good deck. But as it stands, this is what we're running, so let's just win with it.